another thing I'm noticing here, Howard, sitting here with still the blindfold on, is that I don't have the luxury of letting my mind wander like I normally would if I had my eyes open. I could look off into the distance, see a few things, and still be listening. But if I'm not paying attention with my eyes closed, it's much harder to stay engaged in the conversation. So I'm experiencing something else. And that sort of dovetails into one of the questions I wrote down, which I've now had to memorize because I'm not looking at my notes, is I think a really important one. And Chris may have just answered it, but I'd like to ask you, being that you don't have sight, what do you consider your most important sense? Is it touch? Is it hearing? Is it intuition? What is the one thing that does the most for you?
You know, it's interesting that you should ask that question because I'm sitting here thinking about how I communicate with people. And tone of voice is not what people say, it's how they say it. Right. And that means a lot when you can't see. I'm not distracted. I'm paying attention to what's going on. And it's interesting that you pick up, they say your other senses are
enhanced. You
enhanced.
Become more enhanced. Yeah.
That's the word.
That's the theory. All right, they become more enhanced. Right.
And it's there all the time. It's just a matter of whether or not we use it or not. You know.
That's perfect. That's perfect. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep. Absolutely.
I just came up with a great idea for another career for you, Howard. Would you come with me on my next first date and read the tone of her voice? Take me under the table and give me a warning if it's a good tone or a bad tone.
Howard's actually good at that. There's stories that he told me about things from the past about tones and listening to people's voices. So I'm not surprised by your answer, Dad, because obviously you're relying on your ears, but also intuition or that repetition piece or the feeling piece. Chris, you remember when we were driving back from a workshop with Dad and we're driving, he goes, "Did we just pass Lake Pleasant Road?" We're like, "What?"
No, it was Fish Lake Road. Yeah, it was Fish Lake. We were, and we never even told him where we were. We just got in the car and we started off coming back home. He had no idea what roads we were on. We literally passed Fish Lake Road on another road, and he said to me, "Hey, Chris, did we just pass Fish Lake Road?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, we did, Howard." "What?" I'm like, "How?" He's like, "I've been on that road thousands of times. I know exactly how this road feels."
Yeah.
So he's feeling the up and the down.